Hello and welcome in, everybody. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot and Astro Insights, and we are going to talk about these very intense energies. Today we have the Libra new moon solar eclipse at 10 degrees, and so we are in a very fated, destined time period when it comes to these collective energies. We also have Mercury forming a conjunction to Lilith today, and so we've got a lot of Libra energy playing out, and Libra is all about relationships. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, especially if you're resonating with the message. Helps the channel to grow. But I feel we are shifting timelines. We are in a major paradigm shift when it comes to our intuition, our fortune, and our luck changing, because I do feel we are making a turn for the better. And so this is the culmination of a series of events, I feel, connected to the Libra South Node, and we are in a massive clearing portal. And so this cycle is saying, hey, it's time to make a turn for the better. And so we kind of are experiencing the energies of the cosmic laws of cause and effect. And so if failure and loss keep plaguing you, then you kind of need to understand that every single circumstance in your life is a result of prior use of your energies, whether it be this life or past lives. And so events right now in these energies are going to reveal to all of us a deeper understanding of whatever circumstances are playing out in our lives. And so progress, improvement, advancement can all be yours if you begin now. If you begin now to seek that balance when it comes to past differences, past grievances, because I do feel we are in this gestation period. We're going to need to learn cooperation, diplomacy, and we're going to have to harness this self-knowledge, but it is going to require a lot of self-reflection and maybe even symmetry in our lives. And so how can you detach yourself a little bit and see the separateness of everything around you? How can you give this creative, inventive energy room to grow? And so we kind of got to plant the seed in the void. We do need to remember we are in the dark energy of the balsamic moon, and because it is an eclipse, you're really needing to look into your reality as a mirror. Everything in our life is a mirror, and so we all have the ability to possess the all-seeing eye, but we do have to look at life and into the world as a mirror. And so maybe you are being called to be the go-between when it comes to maybe being a mediator or harnessing a certain level of peace. But I do feel love affairs are in focus, relationships are in focus, and what I do want to say is love affairs, they come and go. But the only thing that is certain is us needing to maintain our personal balance with any endings connected to new beginnings. And so hidden truths are emerging, energies are surfacing, and so you don't want to postpone making a decision. Libra in the shadow aspects can be a lot of indecision. And so how can you be prepared to make a decision? Because I do feel decisions will lead to some pretty hefty emotional confrontations, and you do not want to let your emotions undermine your self-confidence. And so keep your equilibrium. That's what Libra is asking you to do. See the true energies around you by reflecting on your inner being, because your outer reality will be a direct reflection of what is going on inside of you. And so seeds are being planted, and it's time to begin the process for growth and expansion. So listen and pay attention to your dreams over the coming days, because they are bringing you precognitive messages. They are telling you about future potential opportunities, but everything is all potential. Everything is potential because we all have free will. And so take the necessary risks that you need to take, but be mindful of unnecessary risks, because they can lead to major losses in these eclipse energies. And remember, a big message the guides wanted me to share is remember that jealousy does produce loneliness. So I don't know who needs to hear that out there, but we are in a massive learning period within the collective, and we do kind of have to walk through all of the uncertainties. We got to walk through all of the fears. So be alert, keep your eyes open, and be willing to accept what is and surrender. So let's jump in with the cards. Let's see what other messages need to come through for the collective. We're going to set the tone with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck today. And so remember, Tarot Oracle, it's all about guidance. It's all about empowerment. I'm not here to tell you what to do. The cards aren't here to tell you what to do. Hopefully this message can give you a nudge in the right direction. Because this reading is not sign specific, I do ask that you just take what resonates, leave behind the rest. If you would like to book a more personalized reading with me, check out the description box below, and there will be a link down below in the comment section to book from my webpage. But let's get into it and let's start creating the life that we all want. Okay, so what do we got? We got a pivot point. We are at a major fork in the road. We are at a crossroads. We are at a destiny turning point. And so there might be a substantial decision that needs to be made that might impact more than just yourself. And on the flip side of the cut, we do have a reconciliation. And so there could be a reunion with a loved one on the horizon. And so this could come in many forms. This could be a reconnection with a crossed over loved one. There could be somebody from the past coming back in, seeking to create that balance, that resolution. A reconciliation does not mean that you have to get back together with an ex, although that is a possibility. But a reunion means reconciling past differences. And I do think this is going to create a major pivot point. So get ready to make a choice, because somebody here, maybe it's you, is at a divine Y. So let's get into it. Let's see what other messages need to come through. What needs to come through today for the collective? We got self-actualization. And so you are on the road to achieving your fullest spiritual potential. And so you got to understand your core strengths, and you got to use them to your advantage. And so this really is about trusting that gut feeling, trusting your intuition, especially if you have had a certain feeling about a situation. Trust it. Usually that first gut intuition is not wrong. Our higher self always knows what is best for us. And so maybe it's time to impart that wisdom. What would your ancestors do if they were in a situation that maybe you're being presented with? Really listen to your guides on the other side. I do feel you are being watched over by a crossed over loved one, or maybe several crossed over loved ones, but you are encouraged to let go. So there is likely a situation here that needs to be released. It could be a relationship. It could be a work situation. Something here needs to be released. And you also need to learn to release control when it comes to allowing the universe to do its job. So your higher self is saying, hey, release the need to control a situation. Release the need to allow the ego to control something here, because this is about releasing something in order to step into more joy, step into more gratefulness. And there's the seeker energy. And so the seeker is the energy of the Fool. So there is this underlying yearning for knowledge and growth, empowerment, expansion. And so maybe you are searching for that deeper meaning in your life, but there's something here that needs to be purged and cleansed in order for you to go to the next level. And so I feel a major timeline convergence playing out here. And so there's elements in your life that can't remain. And that's what the eclipses come to do. They come to release negative people, negative behavior, negative mindsets. Whatever in your life needs to be purged is going to be purged. And I do feel there is a message coming of significant importance. And so how can you really listen? How can you really listen to your guides? How can you really listen to your higher self? Because there is a karmic lesson here that needs to reach completion. They're showing me the World card. And so you could be dealing with one of the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius. But we all have past life experiences that we came here to resolve, to reconcile. And so you are going to need to work through a very painful lesson. You're going to have to turn this into an opportunity for growth, and you're going to have to clear some energy cords here. And so there is a need for boundaries. How can you clear your aura, your energy of unwanted attachments, unhealthy past memories, unhealthy habits? How can you embrace this releasing for this renewal? Because get ready, there's going to be some major, major life changes ahead. And so change is constant. We can't avoid the change. We can't avoid the towers. When we avoid the towers, they just come in harsher and harder in the long run. And so towers, change, it's an opportunity for growth and for expansion. And so the change comes to get you unstuck, right? And so whatever is happening, whatever change is going on, look at it as a gift, no matter how painful it is, because it's for your soul's growth and it's for your soul's evolution. So let's jump in with the tarot. Let's grab the Tarot of Dreams deck today, and let's see what else needs to come through. Judgment. That goes right into that energy of jealousy. To be jealous, to be envious, to compare your life to others. It's a very lonely journey. And so we've got a Queen of Wands coming through that I feel is lacking self-esteem. I do feel somebody here might be lacking the drive to go forward. It's like somebody here is being zapped and sapped of their vitality, which is creating a lot of angry, jealous energy. There could be some sacred rage that needs to be released. This is about releasing the inner karmic feminine. We all have an inner karmic feminine. Aries, Leo, Sag, doesn't have to be, but the Judgment card is saying, hey, there is a soul awakening going on here. There is something here that needs to be put to bed, needs to be put to rest, and there is going to be a process of soul retrieval. And so the Judgment card is, hey, this is it. This is the end of things. You can't go on the way that you are with this Queen of Wands in reverse. So this could be you. You could be dealing with this type of person, but there is an underlying sense of jealousy coming through. 1111 on the timer. That is the awakening code. So let's get into it. Let's do 9 of these cards and let's see what's going on with this awakening. And so we do have some pretty big energies playing out in October. Pluto is going to be stationing direct, and so it's kind of time to learn the lesson, to finally learn the lesson. We got a couple of jumpers, and so maybe the lesson is about blocking temptations. We got the Devil card, the Ace of Wands reversed, and we got the 7 of Wands reversed. There is a very interesting karmic lesson playing out. So somebody here has boxed themselves in to a pattern. There is a lack of passion. There is a lack of drive. There could be a lack of chemistry. And I think it's time to just release this, to recognize this, and to walk away. And so do you want to keep being tempted? Do you want to keep yourself chained to something that's toxic, that's unhealthy, that I feel is being asked to be purged? I'm going to set that aside. And where I set it aside, I kind of placed it near the karmic lessons and the energy cords, because that's where I feel it needs to be. But let's cut the deck. Let's get 9 cards out and let's see what is going on here in these energies today. The Sun reversed, Leo energy. The World, there's that completion, there's that karmic lesson, and then we get the 5 of Cups. And so what I feel here is somebody really struggling in the dark night of the soul. I do feel there's a reorientation going on. There is a reset being pushed, I feel, and there is an opportunity to walk down a new path. But Saturn is saying, hey, you're going to have to learn this karmic lesson. You're going to have to work through these very painful negative emotions of maybe guilt, shame, excess. What else do we got here? We got the Tree of Life in reverse. So something here is blocked when it comes to life force energy, and that's the truth. And so when we play into temptations, addictions, unhealthy patterns, then we are blocking our life force energy. And so there's truth coming through with the 8 of Coins. We get the 4 of Coins in reversed. There's that Judgment card coming out very loud below the Palace of Swords and the World card. And the last card is the Lovers. And so there will be relationship endings leading towards new relationship beginnings. And so this is about releasing the toxic trauma bonds, releasing the connections where it was only based on love, or based on sex without love. And so there is a need to release a false start, a misguided step, or a bad choice here in order to alchemize and heal. So there is a lesson kind of being alchemized. And so the Temperance card is saying, how can you find that balance in these very chaotic energies? We are going to have a full moon in Aries in 2 weeks' time. And so what is it that you're choosing to invest in? It's kind of time to dig a little bit deeper. Is it worth investing in a situation that keeps you stuck in a negative cycle of unhealthy energies? Maybe looking back on the past when it comes to unhealthy memories. I feel Scorpio energy, Leo energy, Virgo energy, Gemini. We do have Pluto currently in Capricorn, and we do have this 4 of Coins in reversed. And so this is saying, hey, the truth is coming to light. You're not going to be able to unsee this truth, and it might require you to release a situation where you've had a tight grip on it that's blocking your life force energy. Why would you hold on to something that isn't bringing you joy, contentment, and peace? And so there is a lesson here for sure that needs to be learned when it comes to a lack of passion jealousy, possessiveness, and maybe you're dealing with a Sag. But I do feel there is some type of pathological liar here, or maybe it's just a pathological lie that you keep telling yourself. And so the Magician in reversed is a trickster, is a liar, is a master manipulator, is a pathological liar. And I do feel there is a need to get unhooked here from a situation. There's a need to go within. There's a need to re-identify with yourself. There's a need to shine a light on these negative vices in order to be able to impart that wisdom. And so there is a realignment taking place in the energies today. And this realignment is going to lead to a lot more abundance. You might have to take a risk. You might have to just say F it and throw the chips up in the air and wherever they land. But there is a new opportunity here, I feel, to go towards doing what it is that you love. But you're going to have to find your strength. You're going to have to find your strength to get emotionally honest with yourself. Maybe you've wasted a lot of time here in a situation. Maybe you are a Jupiter in Capricorn, doesn't have to be, but it's kind of time to expand beyond these toxic cycles. It's time to get honest with yourself. And so I also feel somebody here has really avoided heartbreak at all costs. And maybe they're trying to sneak away from one situation to another situation just to avoid doing the deep dive when it comes to heartbreak. There is third party energy here, and it's kind of time to take off the mask. And so once the masks are off, you can't unsee this. And there could be a masculine here that is really reevaluating, is it worth investing in this anymore? Remember, we had that Queen of Wands in reversed at the cut, and so we could have a mismatched pair here. And the King of Cups is really digging deep into their emotions here. And so we do have Mars in Cancer right now, and it's going to be in opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. We're going to have a grand cardinal cross playing out. And so this is the energy of kind of being nailed to the cross. This is like the whole emotional truth coming to light. Maybe we've got a masculine slaving away in a connection, thinking about taking a risk, going towards a new beginning. There's that Three of Pentacles. But it might require a confession. It might require getting honest, and it might require getting out of a situation that I feel was only temporary, that was based on sex and not love, money and not love. And so I kind of feel a masculine here getting ready to lay down a long-standing burden. This very well could be like a coming to Jesus moment. And I do feel a recognition of somebody's true worth and value. And so we got a divine feminine coming through. And I do feel this feminine is about to receive an unexpected offer. And I don't think she's even going to see this coming. But there is going to be an opportunity for a reconciliation, I feel, with twin souls after a masculine learns a karmic lesson and maybe severs the cords with somebody that is not healthy for them. But there's an opportunity for ultimate contentment, ultimate fulfillment, but you're going to have to dig deep into that core wound. You're going to have to recognize what it is that you have to block out of your life in order to go towards a new passionate beginning. So get ready to plant a seed. Get ready for the whole truth to come to light and to plant a seed and to break yourself free from some type of entrapment. But it might require delivering some very blunt, harsh communication. So what is the truth? Because the truth is always going to shatter your illusions, but the truth is going to set you free. And so we got a jumper. And so the truth of the situation is somebody here is in a cycle, in a state of lack of consciousness. Maybe there's a need to kind of leave somebody out in the cold in order to go towards what it is that you love. But I feel addictions are leaving somebody here in a sense of lack. Addictions and filling the void with materialism or food or drugs will never ever give you that emotional contentment. And so it's kind of time to recognize your worth and your value here with the Queen of Coins in reversed. I do feel somebody here is feeling foolish. There's that masculine energy coming through. So we've got a divine masculine here getting a wake-up call, going through a major purge and cleanse. Truth is coming to light. There could be somebody here that received poor counsel, received poor advice, and now they're finding their drive, their determination to harness their strength, to take control of their emotions, to flip the scales here. And so I feel a flipping of the scales. There's going to be an argument. There's going to be tension. But there's going to be a very honest open conversation coming. And so what is this, Lovers? Tell me more about the Lovers. This might take place when Jupiter stations retrograde in Gemini, but there is going to be an opportunity to ascend your love life to a higher level of commitment. And so hold the faith. I do feel a shift in belief systems is taking place, Taurus energy, the Hierophant, and it's really time to figure out what it is that you want to invest in long term. And so there is going to be an opportunity to plant a seed. I do feel to maybe bring forward an apology to a pre-empress. And so there is a very singular feminine energy coming through. It could be a Virgo. It doesn't have to be, but I do feel there's going to be an unexpected love offer. This even could be an apology, and you're not going to see this coming. This is an unexpected arrival, and I do feel it's going to lead to a lot of wish fulfillment. But what is it that you need to walk away from first? So we kind of got everybody out here on the board. I'm going to call out the main energies that I do see. I see Cancer. I see Taurus, Libra. I see Pisces. I see Capricorn. I see Earth, Water, Aquarius. More Cancer, more Capricorn, Sagittarius. We get all of the air signs, all of the fixed signs. And so basically there's an opportunity for a clean slate. But it's not going to be easy, and somebody might have to walk away from it all in order to go towards a new beginning. So what are we going to close this reading off with? Let's dig in with the Crystal Stone deck for a few more messages, and then we'll close it off with messages from Spirit. So what else do we need to know about these changes ahead? And so definitely some big change in partnership, a flipping of the scales. What do we got here? We got Epidote, and so this really is about upgrading the version of who you are. And so you get what you give. You get what you give. And so somebody here is being warned. Be ready to bring it. Be ready to bring it, because somebody here has been set on wallowing out and keeping themselves at a safe distance. But I feel there's no more playing small. There's no more playing small, because there is a connection here, a dynamic here that plays a greater purpose in your life than you realize. And so it's time to kick that bad habit. It's time to kick that bad habit. It's time to release this bad relationship, this bad friend that's creating a bad mood around you. If you want to get exactly what it is that you want, you're going to have to cast a spotlight on your weaknesses, on your vulnerabilities, and you're going to have to power wash your energies. Herkimer Diamond. So there is an opportunity to travel on a higher spiritual path here. I think the energies are highly sensitive, and there is a need to create a sacred space if you are to open up the channels of love within your heart. And so I do feel there's a connection where two people have whispered sweet nothings into each other's ears, and there is going to be a major breakup. There is going to be a major disappointment likely in the energies. But this is going to lead to a brand new beginning, and so you belong here regardless. I think it's time to pause. It's time to let love rule, and it's time to do the work on yourself so you can stop wallowing out. So I think if you've been at a distance with somebody, this energy is shifting, and there is going to be a possibility for some type of reunion. But you're going to have to arm yourself up in your spiritual armor with smoky quartz. And so stop looking at life as the glass half empty and start looking at life as the glass half full, because I do feel somebody's been chained and caged to something very toxic here. And they've been hiding just how much they have been suffering. There could be a masculine here that has fallen prey to an emotional vampire, or maybe this feminine. But you're going to have to find the strength to get ready to embark upon a new spiritual journey. Pick yourself up, dry yourself off, and arm yourself up, because it's time to cross over into this new timeline. It's time to manifest your masterpiece. And that's what I've got for a message today. So if you would like to go further with me with a personal reading, check out the links below. I'm also now offering private astrology mentorship sessions. So they've just been added to the webpage. Go check it out. There's a link below in the description box. I will also put a link below in the comment section. I'm super excited about this. So I hope you all have a great day, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.